Welcome back to another edition of Sportswire Island, where we are free from COVID-19, able to talk sports. It's an oasis of sports, if you will, an oasis away from the virus. Joining me are two senior stars from Henrico's boys basketball team. Without them, they wouldn't have won their first regional title in quite some time. Joining me, Zy'Ever, Wingfield, and Jahme, Ested. First, let's get things rolling. The latest news that just came out, VHSL just had something come out with 623 high schools in the state of Virginia. Henrico High School, for your program, for your boys basketball program, 14th most successful in the decade. How does that speak to Coach Harmon and to your guys' program, guys?
You go ahead, Joe. That's your man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all been together longer.
14th. I know Coach Harmon and the coaching staff pretty excited because the work finally paid off. It's one of the hardest working coach staff that I ever been a part of. That's
I want to go to some postseason accolades too with you, Jahme. How did you react? What was your feeling on being named first team All State?
First team All State. I'll say it was an honor. And just looking back with the preseason work that I did leading on to the season, I say my hard work is paying off. And I like to shout out to my teammates too, because without them, my accolades, I wouldn't have most of my accolades I have this year either.
Well, one of the big ones is Zy'Ever Wingfield. I mean, man, we're both 6'4", but where did you get your hops from? Did you have to train for that, or was that just all natural ability?
I think it's all natural ability. I never lifted a weight in my life. Like, I've never tried to get my bounce or anything like that. Like, okay, so I remember ninth grade, I just kept, when we walk around the gym, like for like laps or whatever during gym class, I would just keep on trying to touch the rim or like pull on the net or anything. And then like one day I just started, it started with rim grazing and then like off one, then off two. Now I'm just windmilling and stuff like that.
Hey, show me some of your room. We were talking before this started. You're a big-time Kobe fan. You got to see some of this swag jersey you have.
This is the Kobe jersey, and this the Michael Jordan. It's like a vintage Michael Jordan poster. And then it's just a bunch of Slam magazine photos out of the magazine, stuff like that goes all the way down.
Nice.
And then I got the I played summer league with Jahme this year, so we have like the summer league thing. And then I got the Slam magazine. I got my old Cap City basketball jerseys, the AAU team I played for, and some of the Slam magazine covers on it. So yeah, and I got this little trophy or whatever. But yeah.
Not only does Zy produce some monster dunks and great highlights, he's also a fantastic interior decorator. I didn't know that.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
Hey, let's go back to last year, though, guys. I mean, without the two of you, you wouldn't have been able to accomplish what you did. 29-2, regional championship. Jahme, let me ask you this. One of the biggest games obviously had to be that regional championship game because in some aspects you were trying to get a little payback for a game Varina controversially won in your own house.
Yeah, we all, as in a whole, took that game personally because they beat us our homecoming, and we all at the end of the game didn't want to have that same feeling, and we didn't want to go to 7-5-7 for that state tournament. So we all took it personal, was locked in, loaded, and we all played very well.
I've seen Coach Harmon animated a bunch of times and excited, but watching him after that game, I heard order has been restored, and I also heard, seeing him react, I would have thought you guys had just won states. You guys are pretty pumped.
Yeah, he's usually the most calm one out of the group. That's my first time in a while seeing him that hype. So I was surprised myself.
For sure.
How excited are you guys with the program moving forward? I know you're both seniors, but what do you think about the team coming back for next season, Zy?
I think that the attitude that me and Jahme and the rest of the seniors portrayed, like during our morning workouts and stuff like that, I think it'll continue throughout like the rest of the years that they're part of the team, and they'll like show hard work and stuff like that. Because we were getting up early in the morning. Like sometimes one of our coaches, Coach Brutus, he would wake us up at like 7, and we'll get to the gym by 7:30 and work out, and then we'll have our real practice that morning, like to like 8 or 8:30 or something like that. So like I think the testament, like our hard work is gonna pay off definitely with the rest of the young guys that looked up to us last year. So I think they're gonna be just fine. We'll get together a great coaching staff.
Yeah, absolutely. Very accomplished for sure. Hey, Jahme and Zy, Jahme, I'll start with you. What's the future hold for you after graduating here at Henrico?
If y'all don't know, I committed to Millersville in Pennsylvania. I'm excited going there. I feel like even though we all couldn't go on campus, they reached out to me not only about basketball, but just my relationship and how everything is going in life, and I felt most comfortable. So I feel like going there, I'll be just fine.
There you go. Congrats, Zy.
First off, I'm proud of my boy. You know what I'm saying? That's hard work since we were little. You know what I'm saying? We always had a dream to go to school for free. So I'm just proud of him for getting that done. And for me, I decided that since I feel like I need another year for development, I would try to go to, I'm going to attend Fort Union on a post-grad year, 6-month venture. And just to get my body right, I just recently got my first offer from Missouri Valley up in Missouri. So I just plan for more of those in the coming months, you know. So yeah, that's where I'm going for again.
And it's strange, you get one offer and then all of a sudden sometimes stuff just starts to balloon.
Yeah,
so you really never know. Is there one game, Jahme, I'll start with you. Is there one game from last year that you just won't forget?
Yeah, it was probably the regional championship. Not because of what I did, just winning the regional championship in general, because we didn't win that in a while. And I also had like 14 rebounds, so that's a big number for me. My career high from that.
Nice. Zy'Ever, you got a game in mind that you're not going to forget about? I'm thinking at Highland Springs there was a couple there.
Yeah, I think it might be the Highland Springs game. The Highland Springs game at Highland Springs. I feel like we were, like, no offense to their team or program or anything, but I feel like we were the better team going in there. And at halftime, I think we were up by maybe like 3 or 2. That doesn't show how much better we were than them. And I feel like us as seniors, me, James, and Jahme, we all put our heads together and we're like, we got to take over the game right now. And when we talked amongst each other, like, it just put a fire in between us, and we just went crazy. Like, it wasn't even just me, but I don't think anybody noticed, like, Jahme's rebounding and his vocal leadership, as well as James and Germ's rebounding and stuff like that. Like, we all put our heads together and, like, we took over that game, and that's how I think we won by maybe like 22, 25, something like that.
Yeah, strong. It was a very strong second half. So what's it like, though? Had to be kind of unique for you being a former Springer taking on your former team.
It felt pretty good.
Nervous.
The first game at Henrico, I was definitely nervous because I know all those guys. I've been with those guys for 3 years. So when I finally got a chance to see them, having not seen them all year, it was like a little weird feeling, like being with that coaching staff for almost 3 years. It's a little different, but I was with my home team this time, so I just had to go out there and play like I regularly play. There's no feelings involved. It's all basketball. Between those lines, there's no friends, anything like that.
Yeah, get the nerves out of the way. Hey, Zy, I'll ask you this. Same thing with you, Jahme. How are you guys keeping in shape during this whole quarantine stuff?
A lot of running. My mom actually just bought a indoor bike, so I've been doing a lot of miles on there and like cranking up the gears and stuff like that, just to keep myself in shape. And also, they've been taking the basketball courts down a lot around the city, but I find one here or there, and I'll just do like little drills on there just to keep myself in shape. I can't just sit in the house all day. It's impossible. I can't do it. I'm a busybody anyway, so I had to do something, run or jump or something like that.
I don't blame you. I'm the same. Yeah, you get stir crazy in the house. Jahme, how about you?
Me, I'll go to Henrico, because Henrico leaves their track open for anybody. I'll go work out with Coach Real, run the track, do miles, the bleachers. Then afterwards, like Zai said, they be bringing putting the course down. We'll find a court here and there, and then go work out for an hour or two, and doing my daily workouts, push-ups and sit-ups.
There you go. Nice. I always like to end with this. I'll start with you, Zai. Is there, we focus on the negative, and obviously there's plenty to be negative about when you're stuck in the house so much during this whole quarantine thing. But what's one positive you take away from all this?
One positive, I'd definitely say family time. You know, like my mom and my parents work a lot. So throughout the week when I'm in basketball practice and stuff, I'll get home and everybody's asleep. Like the house is just like dead pretty much. So when I'm waking up in the morning, everybody's here. We're cooking breakfast and we're finding fun stuff to do in the house, like water balloon fights. And we have a pool in my backyard, so we like do that sometimes. So it's just like a lot of good family bonding time and just being able to be around people that you love and keep them safe and stuff like that. Also, I like to read a lot, so I actually have a lot more time to read now that I'm not focused on schoolwork or anything like that. So like when on my own time, I'll finally get time to read and stuff like that. So,
And you just got Kobe's new book, right? Let me see
yeah,
that.
I did.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I just got.
Yeah, he's got it. There it is.
My girlfriend bought it for me actually.
Oh no.
The Mamba
I got that
mentality.
book. I got that book too.
Yeah, bro,
definitely
this
got
one's
that.
good. It's like so many
Yeah, it
good
is
pictures
good.
in here.
Oh,
like,
wow.
Yeah,
I
it's
tore
really
my
nice.
Achilles.
It's so nice, bro. Like
That guy could play.
I always cherish this. Is my favorite player of all time. Him, Colin Sexton, and Russell Westbrook. I look up to them. That's who I look up to.
I guess you emulate some of your game out of that too.
Definitely.
Jahme, what's it been like for you? What's one positive takeaway you've got?
I also say just doing more things with my family. My mom will usually set it off. She'll get her phone and we'll do TikToks. That's trending very high right now. She loves doing TikTok. So I'll say just having a better bond with my family, just having more time with them. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Well, guys, I appreciate it. How by the way, I forgot to ask you, how are you guys doing? Are you safe? Your family safe?
Yes, sir. Of course.
Yes,
yeah.
sir. Yes, sir.
Awesome. Let's stay that way. I know things are one way or another kind of starting to open back up. And good luck next season, Fork Union, Millersville. And I appreciate you guys.
Thank
Take
you.
care.
Appreciate you.
Thanks.